Hi, Dave Scotland for cgswat.com, and today we're going to have a look at the power of the RPF file. And to a lot of After Effects users, the RPF file, or the RLA file, which is an alternative to the RPF file, might be a bit of a foreign idea for you, but if you ever do any work in 3D, it's a very powerful tool that you really should have a look at. So this is a bit of an introductory tutorial, and we're going to introduce you to some of the powerful features of RPF file types and RLA file types. And just bear in mind that RPF and RLA are very similar in nature. There are a couple of features that an RPF has that RLA does not, and we'll have a look. RPF stands for Rich Pixel Format, and RPF actually started its life as an RLA format back in the days of silicon graphics machines, where high-end 3D or high-end computer graphics were done by very powerful silicon graphics workstations. SGI is the term that you may be familiar with, and RLA was developed around that time to basically allow the file that you save a render as to contain channel information other than your standard RGB red, green, blue and alpha. Channel information pertaining to things like Z depth, which is the distance away from the camera. The higher Z depth value, the further you are away from the camera. It also had very powerful object ID and material ID features that could be worked into the RLA file, and it's gradually developed into an RPF file due to the nature of change of file formats, but basically allowing to incorporate some newer features into the file type, and that's why we basically have two types, the RLA and the RPF. So we're going to be looking at RPFs in this instance. It's a file type I tend to use quite a bit, just due to the power that it gives you in post-production without having to go back into the 3D environment and re-render various elements, allowing you to put various information embedded in the file. Just gives you so much freedom in post to do depth blurs, to isolate certain geometry and so forth. So let's take a look. I've got a very easy scene, very simple scene I've put together here in 3D Max, and we'll just go to a perspective view and I'll show